What's good, YouTube? It's your girl, Miss Golden 83, and I am here to do a word from the ancestors reading for the sign of Scorpio. Scorpio, what's good? Hope y'all can see that there. Okay, y'all are third on the list, as y'all know. I hope y'all have been enjoying and paying attention to your energy as it's been changing throughout the week. Okay, remember, you guys, these are general messages, not personal. So take what resonates and pass the rest to the next. Okay? So if you're not familiar with the ancestor readings that I do, I use 4 decks. And this is primarily what your ancestors need you to know as they observe you from the great beyond. Okay? I use the Urban Tarot. We're going to pull 3 cards from the deck, one from the top, one from the bottom, and one energetically from the middle, okay, to find out what your main situation is and what's currently happening with you right now, okay? Then we'll clarify with the Everyday Tarot, doing the same thing, one from the top, one from the bottom, and one energetically from the middle. When we get to the ancestor cards, I will go ahead and reshuffle for you guys, and then pull 3 cards, same as before. And then we have reduced the angel answers down to 1 card, okay, one energetic pull, which I will also reshuffle for you guys on camera. So with that being said, we're going to go ahead and get into your reading. I've already shuffled the cards for you guys. Okay, so one from the top, one from the bottom, and one energetically from the middle. Okay, we will not be looking at the bottom of the deck though, as this reading is pretty full of everything that you need to know. Okay, so let's flip these over and see what we have here. Okay, all right, so for you, Scorpio, I hope you guys can see the cards pretty well here. Trying to get used to doing the overheads, but I like them. So that way y'all can see the desk in its entirety and see the cards how they lay out in front of me. Usually, okay, it won't do the readings like this every time. It'll kind of like flip-flop from time to time. So to start you guys off, we have the 4 of Swords saying truce at the bottom of the deck here. Okay, someone may be calling a truce in your life right now. Okay, there could be some reevaluating going on. Usually in the regular Rider's Waite, you usually see with the 4 of Swords is someone holding one sword, laying down, and then 3 swords above them. Usually you're taking a time to just reevaluate some things in your life, kind of where Gemini was. I believe Gemini had that going on with them too. But it's a truce, okay? Someone is finally maybe throwing in the towel, saying, let's make peace, okay, with whatever is going on with you right now, okay? Or someone towards you. Next, we have the 8 of Swords. A lot of sword energy, okay? It has interference at the bottom there. Hopefully you guys can see it. Okay, I love these cards. Okay, there's been a lot of interference, and you can see all of these cords at the bottom of the TV here. Okay, I want you to take a look at that. All these cords, but they're not being cut. Okay, you see all these cords going up to the TV. There's no picture on the TV. It's a snowy reception on the TV, and the swords are just going through the TV. Okay, so there's been a lot of interference. I think you've been feeling stuck, Scorpio, in possibly, I feel like I'm hearing tangled truth. Okay, you're trying. It's like a pathway to the truth in your mind. Okay, as far as really trying to decipher what's real, what's not, what's in your reality, and what's not. Okay, I'm hearing an altered reality, if you will, okay? And another thing I noticed about this card that I've never noticed before, it looks like a door, like a doorway or something behind it, but it's really just the TV stand. But in my mind, I'm seeing a doorway, and this TV is like in front of the doorway where you can't get past it. There's something that you can't get past as far as truth is concerned. Okay, so while you're reevaluating things, you're reevaluating like several truths that have been shown to you or things that you found out recently, and it's hard for you to accept the truth or what is. But I feel like you're more so concentrating more on the cons of the situation or the negatives of the situation versus the positives of the situation at hand. So that's why you're having a lot of interference. Okay. So the next card we have is the Seven of Cups here. Okay. Seven of Cups. It says debauch at the bottom. Okay. And give me a minute here. So, excessive indulgence in sensual pleasures, debauchery. Okay. So, Seven of Cups, I feel like you see the drinks here, the margaritas and partying and stuff like that. Okay, I feel like Scorpio, you have been suppressing, okay, the truth to try to avoid it, or you're allowing things to interfere to keep you from really evaluating the truth. Okay, so maybe you've been drinking more, or maybe you've been indulging in a couple of vices that aren't really serving your highest good. Okay, um, possibly keeping yourself busy to not think. It's like I don't want to think. I don't want to. I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to. I'm just gonna keep pushing it off and pushing it off. It's like procrastination. You're choosing partying or indulging in things, distractions, to keep you from focusing on what you need to reevaluate. Okay. So you are indulging in some things that you shouldn't be right now. All right. So, which is getting in the way of you healing. Okay. You are the interference of your healing. It's not other people. Okay. While you may be dealing with situations that are involving certain people, places, or things, you are the one that's spending too much time concentrating on it, okay, and being stuck with it, okay, because with the Eight of Swords here, the normal rider's weight with the Eight of Swords is usually someone that's tied up in their swords around them, okay, thus the cords showing up here, okay, in representation of the original rider's weight, okay, so you are stuck in your own resolution, okay, as far as getting to a place of healing, getting to a place of acceptance. You are in the way of that. No one else is. Consider what you have gone through and things being removed, helping you remove these swords, okay? As you're evaluating a person and their place in your life and you notice that they have no place in your life, imagine one of these swords being removed from your space and the picture becoming a little bit more clear as you get rid of one sword after the other, okay? kind of put that in your mind's eye. All right. So we're going to go in with the Everyday Tarot, and I'm going to pull one from the top here for the Four of Swords, one from the bottom that doesn't want to come out, okay? One from the bottom for the Eight of Swords, and one energetically from the middle. Okay. There we go. So, let's see what we have. So we have the World, Temperance, and Two of Wands, okay? So, the World with the Four of Swords here, okay? If you can see that. The World is usually talking about completion, okay? So, again, you are taking the time to really evaluate, okay, things in your world, things in your mind, like I said, truths that have been revealed, okay? It's time, Scorpios, for you to finally come to completion and come to terms, like I said before, of the things that are going on in your atmosphere, in your environment, in your world, in your mind, okay? It's time to finally put things to rest, okay? It's time to put things to rest so that way you can move forward, okay? You're stunting your progress if you continue to stay in this Four of Swords energy, okay? It's like that saying, beating a dead horse, okay? It's repetitive. You're only continuing to keep the wounds open that have, it's like bleeding out. It's like you're bleeding out, okay? Not literally, but figuratively, okay? Next, we have Temperance, okay, with the Eight of Swords, okay, clarifying the Eight of Swords. Temperance is usually talking about patience, okay, time, things of that nature, okay, pouring into yourself with this Temperance, okay, as she's transferring from one liquid to the next, one cup to the next, and then the Kingdom behind her here, okay. This is going to be a process for you, Scorpio, as you tend to think a lot, okay? Scorpios are very, very mental, very intellectual creatures, okay, because they are dark in nature, okay? Thus, this card, to me, feeling more of a dark presence around you as you're kind of like on the dark side right now. But with this Temperance card being here, and I feel like your patience is wearing thin in a sense because of this Eight of Swords and this interference, but you are the cause of it, okay? Because you're thinking too much into it, okay? Whatever it is that is hindering you, okay? You're letting it hinder you because you're spending so much time trying to evaluate it, okay? Also, I'm hearing like mind games or pettiness, things of that nature needs to stop, okay? It's not serving you any good whatsoever, okay? The petty, being petty is only for your benefit. It brings humor to you. It amuses you to be petty, okay? While all it's doing is hindering your progress because you're spending time focusing on something that doesn't even qualify to even deserve your time, okay, or your attention, okay. Next, we have, like I said, the Two of Wands with the Seven of Cups here, okay. While you're indulging and you're being distracted by other things that are not serving you any good, your path, someone is waiting on you, okay, with this Two of Wands energy being here, okay? While you're enjoying yourself, having a good time, you are pretty much having someone waiting in the balance, wondering if you are okay. All right. They are waiting for you, they have something for you, and you've been putting it off. Okay. You need to acknowledge them, but you are spending more time dedicating yourself to things that mean you no good. Okay. So take that into consideration, Scorpios, as we get ready to go into the ancestor messages. Okay. We are going to, I am going to read the cards for you. However, after we reshuffle here, we are going to refer to the book to see what the passage says, which is Ancestor Speaks, okay, to see what the ancestors have to say. All right. So I'm going to shuffle 2 more times and then we'll cut the deck. And 1 more. I'm also hearing, while you're focusing on what others have hid from you, you are hiding too. Okay? So you can't correct others and not correct yourself at the same time. What you apply to others, you need to apply to yourself. Okay? So we're going to do 1 from the top, 1 from the bottom, and 1 energetically from the middle. Okay. That's 1 from the top, 1 from the bottom, and 1 energetically from the middle. And we're not looking at the bottom of the deck. Okay. Yeah, loving this spread. Okay, so Scorpios, you have family connections. Family connections, okay, in the first spot. This is falling under the 4 of Swords in the world, okay? Respect, people, and kinship, okay? Maybe what you've been evaluating is family issues, trying to gain some respect from your family members, possibly. Maybe you're kind of getting in tune with your history or family history, but not in a sense of lineage or past life regression, but in a sense of emotional traits, habits, characteristics, things of that nature. Okay, you've kind of been, I feel like you've been evaluating that lately, reevaluating that and seeing why you do the things that you do, and who else in your family, those before you, who have done it too. Okay, and in doing that, make sure you pay attention to where it got them, where those traits got them, if it was negative or if it was positive. Okay. Next, under the 8 of Swords and Temperance, we have take a time out. Okay, we have take a time out. Siesta, recharge, and rest. Okay, you need to take a rest from trying to, like I said, figuring things out outside of what you should. Okay, it's only causing you to be stagnant. Okay, and your patience, like I said, is wearing thin. It's not serving its purpose to try and nitpick at every little thing. Okay, focus on one thing Know that it may be associated with multiple other characteristics or traits, but there's no need to go down that rabbit hole. It's like leave it alone, okay? Because you're creating a false sense of reality when you do that, okay? The last card is Answer the Call, which is under the Seven of Cups and the Two of Wands, okay? Answer the call. Explore, travel, and live, okay? Like I said, with this Two of Wands being here, while you've been doing what you want to do, someone has been waiting on you. And you know or feel that you need to go and travel towards them. There's a life that you need to live with this person, and you have been putting it on hold or ignoring the call. So you need to answer the call in reference to your heart, your mind's eye, really using your intuition and paying respect to that person, okay? And maybe that person is yourself, okay? Traveling to the new path or life that you have chosen for yourself, okay? And that may involve just paying people the courtesy to let them know, what's going on with you, how things have been with you, just out of pure well being, okay? Just out of concern, all right? So let's go ahead and get into the book for all of these. So, Family Connections is on page 46. Like I said, I'll read the passage for you and we'll go through these as quickly as we can and get down to the angel answers, okay? So, hope you guys can see this here. Family connections, respect, people, kinship. The ancestors speak. It's time to reconnect with your family. You don't need to live with or spend a lot of time with them, like the Samoans, but perhaps you could call or visit a family member. Your family doesn't have to be biological, they could be your adopted family or friends. Sometimes our biological families are no longer part of our lives, and that is okay. It is important to create your own family in whatever way suits you. So, pretty much in a sense, finding your soul tribe, okay? You may even view your pets as your furry children or family. This card can also be a sign that family members, passed away or living, are trying to contact you, okay? So, you could have some ancestors that are helping you from the beyond that are telling you, while they are gone and they have moved on, they love you, they are still connected to you, and you have those good memories with them. But it's time for you to create a new family. It's time for you to create a new soul tribe. Um, it's time for you to reevaluate your connections that are close to you. Family does not have to, like it said, be biological. Does not have to be blood. If you want to create your own family, you can create a soul tribe of your own. Okay? Home is what you make it. Okay? Next, we have Take Time Out, which is on page 88. 8 meaning balance. Okay? So, I feel like you need to balance yourself out, Scorpio. Okay? Inside and out. Okay? So, the ancestor speaks time. Take time out, siesta, recharge, and rest. The ancestors speak. This is a reminder that you need to nurture yourself. Even if you can't have a siesta, stop and recharge throughout the day. Have a cup of coffee or tea or go for a walk on your lunch break. Take some time out to nurture yourself. Rest and look after your physical body. It is essential to do this before you become too tired or disconnected from your spirit and energy. Okay? So, while you've been running, going constantly with work, business ventures, hobbies, friends, things of that nature. You have been neglecting yourself, okay, and what actually brings you joy and happiness, okay? While you're doing these parties and indulging in things, you don't really want to be there, okay? You know you rather be somewhere else. However, you keep inundating yourself with things that other people want you to do instead of focusing on what you need to do, Scorpio, okay? So you need to take that time out before you burn out if you have not already. Okay. The last one here is page 14. We're going into answer the call. Okay. 14 equaling out to 5. You need to make some changes. Okay. Or change is coming towards you, or you are going towards a change. Okay. Answer the call, explore, travel, live. The ancestors speak. It's time for you to wake up and live again. You're here on this earth for a reason. Don't waste your time. Embrace life and explore the world with every ounce of your soul. Take risk, think outside the box, journey to unknown places, follow your instincts, and live your life to the fullest. Okay? Within reading that, Scorpio, you may be scared of change. Usually, that is a Taurus trait. Okay. I am a Taurus and I am so proud of it. And sometimes it is hard to accept change. Okay. However, change is sometimes good. Okay. Whether it be small or whether it be large. If you are afraid of change, it's only because you're afraid of falling or you're failing in that change, or you're putting a negative connotation on the change of whether or not you'll like it, or whether or not, if it's related to a person, if they will like or accept you for who you are, things of that nature. You won't know unless you put yourself into that situation and allow change to actually happen. Okay, so change is only negative if you approach it in a negative connotation, but it can be positive if you look at the benefits of the change and not the negatives of the change. Okay, and that even goes with saying change, as in, for example, ending a friendship. Okay, if you're ending a friendship that you've had for a very long time and you're afraid of leaving that person behind, it has nothing to do with you leaving that person behind. It has everything to do with you growing. Okay, you have outgrown that friendship. That friendship was for a season and it ended for a reason. Okay, that reason may not have been primarily towards you, it may have been primarily them. Okay, but we're not pointing fingers. It's all about it needed to change. Something needed to change. Okay, because you have somewhere to be. Okay, you have to live your life with the changes and choices that you make. They also had to deal with any choices that they had to make. Okay, had nothing to do with you, it had everything to do with them, and both of you have to accept that. Okay, now that had to be for somebody in particular. Okay, is that channeled in? Okay, we are now going into the angel answers. Okay, but that is just a primary example. Okay, remember, get in where you fit in, take what resonates, and pass the rest to the next. We're going to shuffle these one more time after this, and then we will cut the deck. I'm also hearing if anyone was afraid of losing you, then they shouldn't have done what they did to you. Okay? That just came in. All right. So, we're going to do an energetic pull here from the angel answers. Okay. So we have Bridget. Okay. Angel Bridget. Okay. She is here saying caution is warranted. Look deeper into the situation before proceeding further. Okay. She's looking into a vessel, which somewhat looks like an urn. Okay. In a sense, when you look at this image here, okay, you guys can see, all right, and there's a light within it. Okay. I'm hearing, think of what your family member would do, someone that is gone, someone that was close to you, okay, is saying look deeper into it, okay, while, but not so much that you get lost in it. Like, don't get lost in it, because the deeper you go, the more lost you'll get. The answer is right there. This is that light showing right there. The answer is right there, okay? And it's in a sense of cautioning you not to go into the dark side of things, okay? And stop talking to people that haven't experienced life the way that you have, okay? They don't know what they're talking about. They're not experienced in this thing called life, okay? They've breezed their way through life. They can't guide you or give you any type of advice, okay, if they've never had love like you had, or they've never worked as hard as you have, okay, so they can't advise you on something that they've never experienced, okay. um, while people are, it's easy to tell someone what they would do, but it's initially up to you, okay? It's up to you, the choice that you make, okay? In a situation of knowing someone or being in love with someone, you have to know that person. You've experienced that person. No one else has experienced that person except for you, okay? So you know that person well enough where no one else can tell you what that person would do. They're telling you based upon what they would do. They are not your person, okay? Take that how you may, okay, Scorpio? That may be in reference to the person that's waiting for you, all right? So, with that being said, as always, we are at 33:35. I always go longer with you guys, but I love you guys, Scorpio. I hope this reading resonates with you. We have one more reading to go this week, and that is the Tap into the Soul on Saturday. But I hope this helps in some shape, form, or fashion. Just get out of your head, okay? You're spending too much time there, all right? And until next time, peace.